High temperatures and fire dangers are on the way for Southeast Australia over the coming days, particularly impacting Victoria, Tasmania and South Australia, which are all in for a public holiday long weekend. Let's set the scene by jumping straight into our latest heatwave maps. Now, for the Thursday to Saturday period, we can already see wide areas of low intensity heatwave. As we go through the Friday to Sunday period, we start to see the severe intensity heatwave developing through southern parts of the mainland, really peaking through the Saturday to Monday period. It's at that time that we're seeing the greatest area covered by this severe heat wave conditions, not just southern South Australia and Victoria, but parts of northern Tasmania as well. And that hits many of our major town centres, including Adelaide and Melbourne. Now, just as a reminder for everyone, a severe heat wave or any heat wave is not just one hot day and night, it's a 3-day period of unusually warm daytime and nighttime conditions that is really hard for the body to recover from. It's a sign to us that we need to stay cool, stay hydrated, and if you or someone you know is particularly sensitive to heat, check in with your local health services to see what extra precautions you can take across this weekend. So what temperatures do these severe heat waves equate to? Well, looking at Friday's maximum temperatures, we can see warm to hot conditions have already developed across much of the southeast, but the temperatures will really peak on Saturday. We've got widespread temperatures in the mid to high 30s, pushing into the low 40s inland. Adelaide getting up to 40 degrees, Melbourne 39 and Hobart 33. Coinciding with those highest temperatures, we're also seeing a peak in the fire danger ratings. For tomorrow, it's all moderates to high, but going into Saturday, we're seeing some extremes starting to come through for some districts of southeast South Australia. And it is possible over the next 24 to 48 hours that we'll see further fire weather districts upgraded to extreme fire dangers as our assessment of the situation continues. Now, usually with a day of peak heating and peak fire dangers, we have that followed by a cold front moving through and easing conditions. But unfortunately, that's not quite the case with this long weekend. If we look at Sunday's fire danger ratings, we can see that elevated fire dangers, high fire dangers persist through Sunday, through that later part of the weekend, and our temperatures remain high as well. Sunday's maximum temperatures are still in the mid to high 30s, if not low 40s for much of the southeast, with very little change following through on the Monday as well. In fact, it's not until the Tuesday that we start to see some milder air extending through Tasmania and southern Victoria, bringing relief to some people at last. Now, the reason for this is that we do have a cold front moving through, but it's fairly weak. We can see it moving across the bight on Saturday towards Tasmania, slipping quickly to the south. Now, it will increase the winds a little bit through Tasmania and parts of Victoria on Saturday, but because it's moving so quickly and moving to the south, it will have a weaker impact across those land areas. This trough lying back across the mainland is going to bring some wind change to some parts of southern Victoria and South Australia, but it's not a decisive cold front with a significant temperature drop. That won't come along until later next week. So with a very hot, long weekend on the way, it is essential to keep up to date with all of the latest forecasts and warnings via the Bureau's website and the BOM social media. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.